Chelsea Football Club agreed personal terms with Mohamed Kudus and his camp. We said this on this channel. The deal didn't go through and I will explain why. Mudryk gets a goal for Ukraine, but now the question comes. Palmer, Sterling or Mudryk? We need to talk about that. And Chelsea have activated the contract of Ian Maatsen to extend by 1 more year, but he's getting sold. I'm going to explain to you why this is going to happen. I'm going to explain why he has rejected 2 deals with Chelsea, and we'll break it down and we will see that there's no one to blame in this situation, and it's purely... Welcome to the Kavkas View, brother. Okay, in today's video, the running order is stacked, and you're clearly enjoying it because you're staying till this point. But I want to say one thing, and then we're going to go on with the video. The admin is very simple. Can we get to 1,000 likes and subscribe to this channel, because we hit 31,000. Now 32 is the goal. But I want to say thank you to every single one of you. And the reason I want to say thank you is because the likes to views ratio is mad. And you lot absolutely smash it on a regular basis. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And now, you came for the video, let's get on. So unless you were living under a rock, you know Mohamed Kudus to Chelsea, the Ghana international, was a deal that was really on the table. Kudus' camp was actively pursuing a move to either Arsenal or Chelsea. It's no secret. The player was stalling on Brighton. Even when Brighton agreed personal fees with Ajax and personal terms with him, he wanted to add an extra clause. He wanted a release clause. Brighton didn't give it to him. The player was actively waiting for Chelsea. And I said on numerous occasions, the sources are reporting that he's agreed personal terms with Chelsea and the deal never went through. I couldn't understand it. You couldn't understand it. We were getting vexed. I'm not going to lie to you. I was fuming. On a weekly basis, I was like, what is going on? We need experience. We need a goal scorer. He is amazing. Why haven't we signed? Well, his agent now has come out and exposed everything. And sometimes when an agent talks, you're like, yo, you're just talking nonsense. You're protecting your client. But sometimes when the agent talks and you're like, okay, this story adds up with this story. This source is reliable. This source is reliable. And this is your story. That is the truth. And this story is just one of them. He basically said Chelsea agreed personal terms with Mohamed Kudus and his camp. The deal was already agreed. The only problem was Chelsea's bid for the player was ridiculously low. It was ridiculously low. They messed the club around and the deal just didn't work through. They were focusing on Caicedo. Now let's go on a little reminiscing, all right? Let's remember the old times. Let's remember this summer. This is all true. How many players did we go after this summer that was reported that we lowballed? Caicedo, for example. Bro, until Liverpool got involved and said, listen, we'll take him off your hands. Chelsea did not hurry up. Chelsea were not active. There was no urgency. It was lethargic. It was playing out the back nice and slowly. Where are we going to pass the ball? We're going to decide. We're going to do it on our terms. Well, you know what? Until somebody gave them a kick up the backside, they weren't moving. And this is believable. 100% believable. Nobody can tell me this didn't happen. Because Chelsea evidently went to Ajax and said, here's 30 million or here's 35. Because Kudus didn't cost more than 40 million pounds. Because West Ham got the deal done. You're trying to tell me Chelsea couldn't get the deal done with Ajax? I don't buy it. If Chelsea really wanted the player, they would have got him. This was purely, you're on the list, we'll agree personal terms, and if you're there, we'll come get. But you're not on the urgency list. Because what was evident for me is they got Caicedo and then they went and got Cole Palmer. And hindsight is a funny thing, right? At that time, I would have said this was a stupid deal. Kudus is way better than Cole Palmer. Once again, Chelsea scouts, respect where it's due. Applause there when you deserve it. I kind of feel Palmer's the better player for Chelsea. At this moment in time, Kudus is way better than him. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not make any excuses. Kudus, as a number 10, is a much better player in the production standpoint. He'll get you more goals and more assists, I think. But Palmer could develop into a good player, and he's contributing now. So him in between the lines, his way of pass, his vision, Baby Madison as I like to call him, I want to respect him. I want to give him praise. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's important, right? To give players praise when they deserve it and give players lack of praise when they don't deserve it. But that's my opinion. I believe what the agent's saying. What about you? Chelsea have proceeded now to activate the extension of Ian Maatsen. And Ian Maatsen is in a weird situation because when you think about Ian Maatsen on the big picture, everyone thinks left back, right? What we've seen from him, wing back, left back in his whole career. This year, I'm seeing from Pochettino, left wing, right wing, number 10, centre midfield. And he's just become a lovely utility player. When you think about it, he would become a good player. But Chelsea have activated this extension, not because they want to keep him, it's because they fear of losing it. Barcelona have really started looking into the player. And when Barcelona look, Maatsen, whilst he came out of the Chelsea Academy, reality is Maatsen might get his head turned, because this is Barcelona, this is Real Madrid. We've spoken about this on many occasions. When those clubs come, you go running, because they're the elite creme de la creme clubs. They're the heritage clubs, right? When everyone grows up, 9 out of 10 kids go, I want to play for Barcelona, I want to play for Real Madrid. It's understandable if he looks. And he only had 6 months left on his deal. So now he's got 18 months left. So Chelsea are trying to get him to re-sign, and Nazer Cancella's reporting that he's rejected 2 deals because he's only played 87 minutes of football this year in the Premier League, and he's not happy. And Poch doesn't see him as a starter, and it's evident. Now we need to talk about this from a high standpoint, and this is where it gets very interesting. What is Ian Maatsen? Because I am lost. If you're telling me he's a right winger, he's not better than Sterling, and he's not better than Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke's ceiling is higher at right wing than Ian Maatsen. Number 10, I don't think he's better than Carney Chukwuemeka. I don't think he's better than Cole Palmer at this moment in time, nor ceiling-wise. Left wing, is he better than Mykhailo Mudryk? I don't think so. So now we need to ask ourselves a question. Why are we keeping him by that logic? If it's for those positions, why are we keeping him? I think it's time to sell him if you're looking at him in that position. 38 million, 35 million, what Burnley were offering, time to move on. Get the money, put it on the FFP, reinvest it into another player, flip him. Because he is a graduate of Cobham. That's pure profit. So for the balance sheets, it looks fantastic. But for us, it's just additional revenue to ensure that we're not in any FFP trouble for the money that we've spent in the past. And we don't have to sell more players that we don't want to sell. If you want to have him at left back, I don't see many players at Chelsea that are better than him at left back. I don't understand why Poch doesn't want to give it a chance. Maatsen left back, Colwell, Badiashile, Desassi, like try something different. Play a conventional left back, especially if Gusto's playing. Play Maatsen and let him bomb forward and let Gusto hang back a little bit. But he doesn't want to do that. It's a little bit frustrating. I don't understand it. I'm not going to lie to you. So my overall conclusion here is very simple. If you're keeping him as a left back, please keep him. If you're not keeping him as a left back, it's time to sell. Bring in the money. Yo, Mykhailo Mudryk scored an absolute banger. For Ukraine, Mudryk scored an absolute beauty. And not only did he score a beauty, his overall performance. Lovely in passes inside. His ability to run and dribble with the ball in tight spaces is second to none. He just had a very good performance overall. And the screamer he scored, can't fit, lovely. Absolutely beautiful goal. But Chelsea have got a big dilemma on their hand. It's a good one. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a kind of dilemma you want. I've had enough of us having, who do we play? Because we've got no one to play. We actually got 3 very good options for 2 positions. Maybe even 4 if you include Noni Madueke. Chelsea have got 2 wingers. And the 2 wingers you have to pick out of 4 players. Mudryk is on form. He scored last time he started against Fulham. And he scored for Ukraine. He just looks like a good player at this moment in time. Fully confident. Sterling, man of the match against Burnley. Palmer, absolutely fantastic against Burnley. Noni has been smashing it for the under-21. Poch has to pick 2. And this is going to be very interesting who he picks against Arsenal. And realistically speaking, I actually would go with Mudryk on the left and Sterling on the right. I hate myself for doing this, because I genuinely think maybe Palmer might be the smarter option in between the lines, but I think we kind of need the pace. But maybe Palmer, because of his weight of pass and his ability in tight areas to just create. Actually, I changed my mind mid-video. I'm sorry, I'm one of those guys. I'm going Sterling on the left, Palmer. Mudryk misses out for me, only because I think Sterling's fully rested. He's had time off. He's ready to go. With Mudryk, there's always risk of injury. And I also think Sterling's just El Fuego right now. He's on fire. Like, the way Sterling played last game, he played with a point to prove. You don't drop that. Then you've got Palmer. And Palmer's ability to link midfield and attack is going to be integral. His ability to retain the ball, come deep, pick it up, play. He enables Enzo not to have to go forward. He enables Enzo to play those long diagonals. We're going to have Jackson, who's ready to play. I'm very excited for that Arsenal game. By the way, I did a great preview with Deluded Guna. If you don't know who he is, don't worry. Stay tuned on the community tab. I will release the video tomorrow. It's not going to be on my channel. It's going to be on his. So you lot will have to support me. If you want to support me, you have to go support him. And the easiest way to do that will be go and watch, and in the comments, drop a little comment saying, Kavkas sent us. Like, that will be the best way for me to know which one of you rep me. And it'll be great for you guys to get pumped up for the game, because me and Goonie talk about the full game in detail. Like, it's 45 minutes of pure football chat. Like, it's pure football chat. Quick fire rounds at the end. He's an absolute great content creator as well, by the way. Like, honest, he's like me. Like, I mean it. He says what he thinks. Whether you people think he's wrong, whether people think he's absolutely right, he believes what he says. And I take pride in working with people like that. A lot of you say to me, why don't you collaborate with more people? 9 out of 10 times I don't have the time. And the other one is I only collaborate with people that I believe are of a similar mindset to me. Not in views, but in the sense of they speak their mind and they're passionate in what they do. So if people want to work with me, I'll work with them. But I just need to enjoy their content. I won't work with someone whose content I don't enjoy and I don't respect. And that's the reality. People won't work with me because they say I'm too volatile. But that's perfectly fine. We're all entitled to our opinions. It's perfectly fine. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. Thank you for the 31,000 followers. Like, for me, that's mad. I never thought I'd get to that stage. So I appreciate that. The likes to views ratio is mad. So applause there. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out. I'm out. Hasta luego.